Hey gang, welcome to the conclusion of Chapter 8 of the Crucible Chronicles. Before we get into today's game, I just have a couple things for you. Firstly, sorry for not putting out a video in this series on Friday. Things just got pretty crazy, and I knew going into the weekend where we had Shadow Worlds, I was going to be pretty busy with KeyForge stuff there as well. Secondly, I'm going to put out another plug for my Discord community. There'll be a link in the video description below. In particular, Aurora from Time Shapers has started running some play-by-post events, team play-by-post events. So essentially you join a team, and over the course of probably weeks, we're going to play out a game, and it's been a lot of fun the first couple of days. It's not too late to join. You can join my Discord and just join either team there and just pick up wherever we're at. It's been a lot of fun. And pretty much that's it. Well, let's hop into today's game. Just a quick reminder, the challenge this chapter is the one-turn kill challenge. So we did accomplish it with the first deck we were playing with. We've moved on to a different deck that can also potentially accomplish this feat. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks so much for checking this out. Excellent. It comes down to this. Playing against Vontax. Holy cow. Oh, this is interesting. So this would be an interesting challenge. We're playing against Mehitabel, host of the Rustling Repository, which is actually one of the print and play mass mutation decks. I was gonna say, holy cow, three Mavericks. See how this works. This one does have Anthony, which is a great card. Now, this is exciting. I'm gonna have to put some spoilers, some mass mutation spoilers in the old chat. All right, well, this is actually a pretty decent lead for me. Got a poke, which doesn't really do much. I get to archive 2 cards. One being Logos, which isn't amazing, but this is a pretty good Logos hand for me. Part of me, I mean, maybe mulliganing for Titan Librarian is pretty good, but at this point, I can essentially get this whole hand out there, which is just pretty good. It'll be a little yeah, it's be interesting. Mattermaker comes down, so you may play upgrades as if they were in the active house. Super cool. And this is actually a Starlance card that is Mavericked. Mavericked into Sanctum in this deck. Right, let's try this. We'll go with Logos. We're going to start with ZYX, I think. Well, we'll play Poke. We'll ZYX to archive top card of the deck. Is the Grey Rider. We'll lab work. I don't want this to work. Yeah, lab work to archive Skyboost Squadron. I guess we help our bots to drop down Dominator. So I gets rid of all of our cards, which is pretty good. All right, so the objective here is pretty much to just move as much stuff as we can and try and get it all stuffed into our archive. The second card, of course, is the Skyboost Squadron. Think Drone would be nice to get down. I'm not feeling super great about holding on to this key abduction right now. I really need to find some way to get rid of it. What are we looking at over here? Look, those Snorettes. Pretty lovely. The Umbra Fiend, classic Imp Spectre situation. All right, so Double Doom. Return an enemy creature to its owner's hand. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Bummer. So there goes Marrows. There goes Marrows. At the end of your turn, capture 1. Then as an action, you can move Snorette the common supply. That's actually fine by me. I'm okay with our losing our Ember here. I think we're gonna go Mars. We're just gonna play down the Think Drone and then the Dominator again. Hold on to this key abduction because it's actually sort of critical. Sort of critical to what we're trying to accomplish here. We essentially need to get both key abductions and then start the turn with access to the both key abductions, a bunch of cards in our archives. Okay, so Snarette could be a bit of a problem here. Champion Anafiel comes down. Looks like there is an enhance icon on Anafiel, so it's going to allow the capturing of one. Right, captures onto Snarette. Wow, and Barrister Joy coming down too. Second Anafiel. Bad news is I really need to keep these cards in my archive. Again, we just need to get as much stuff there as we can. We can deal 1 damage with Poke, put out a Brain Eater. We can alternatively go with Sanctum, which only plays 2 cards, but I can stun all that Sanctum to slow our opponent down. Spite to put a couple damage onto the Snarette. Yeah, I kind of actually just want to go Sanctum here. We'll Blinding Light Sanctum. We'll Smite the Helper Bot into Anafiel. Deal 2 damage to the Snarette. I think there are 2 Snarettes in this deck, if I recall correctly, too. There indeed are. There indeed are 2. All right, we see the Mutagenesis Researcher, which enhances a bunch of other cards. Enhances a bunch of other cards. I think it might be about time to put down this Neutron Shark that we just picked up. On one hand, I suppose I can go with Mars. Put out some Mars creatures, but put out like the Ixal, Fixed Finger, deal some damage. Commander Chan that has Taunt. So my top targets here are what? Joya, Snarette, Chan. Yeah, I think so. And there's just so much taunt. Aside from Carpet Flotsam too, I'm not going to be able to deal with this board very easily. A third Champion Anafiel comes down. Oh, this is the Star Alliance Maverick one. One was Mavericked with the Exchange Officer, it looks like. That is a bunch of baloney. Interesting. This creature gains taunt, so Chan should have taunt. I don't want to play this Key Abduction. I need to figure out a way to archive it. So, I guess we go with Mars. A mothership support for each friendly ready Mars creature. We can deal 2 damage. So we can deal, I guess, 2 damage there. 2 damage there. Not super worried about the Barrister. Put some damage onto Chan, because I have this Neutron Shark. Oh, I can't reap now with the Think Drone. That's a bummer. Move that stun. Play out the Fixed Finger. I guess we hold on to this Key Abduction. Oh my gosh. Really? Really? Come on, give me something else. They're definitely not the cards I was hoping for. Alright, looks like we're gonna go back to Sanctum, have some stuff being unstunned. Warrior Alice will capture 2. Again, totally fine. This works to our benefit. They fight with a friendly non-sanctum creature. Okay, so I think we go with Logos here. We poke something. I guess we might as well poke Commander Chan. Poke Commander Chan, get him one step closer to death. We do have 2 pokes as well, both of which have been played, so never mind. We're not going to get any value out of those. We'll play out the Brain Eater. Neutron Shark, probably Barrister. Bulwark. Chan. Yeah, I think we have to kill Chan, despite the fact that we're so close to killing him. Play out Neutron Shark. I have to kill Barrister and Brain Eater. Oh my gosh. And it... we discarded the Eureka. Oh my gosh. We needed it. Holy cow. Okay. Well, I guess we can fight into that. That was absolutely sad. All right, so we have the no drone, so we can archive the Key Abduction. We're staring across the board from 5 Sanctum creatures, which should have been less Sanctum creatures. That is super sad. Alright, so fights the neutron shark off the board. Not entirely unsurprising. He just, what, 4 reaps? Interesting. Fighting the Dominator down. A little bit sad because now I can't archive a Mars creature. Right, I could archive the fixed finger, I guess. They do have enough. No, they don't. Fixed finger is elusive, fortunately. All right, what's this Bulwark doing? Bulwark. See the fight? Do we? We do see the fight. Bulwark deals 2 damage assault to the fixed finger. Fortunately, the fixed finger's got some health. All right, we see the fight there, and we have the think drone left. Well, it's a bummer. I think what we do is we call Mars. They'll not pick up our archives. We'll fight into Bulwark. And we'll carpet flox him. Carpet flox him. No drone. Oh my goodness, that put us on check. That's a mistake. It's much too soon. It is much too soon. Oh, this is all creatures. It's not just non-flank creatures. Fine. All right, Vontax, please throw down Anthony or something. Take us off check, please. We've lost our Eureka. We're still searching for the Titan Librarian, making me think maybe we definitely should have. Maybe we definitely should have done something different there. Opted to try and find the Titan Librarian through a mulligan or something. All right, Stirring Grave gets played. Archive a creature from your discard pile. That's nice. But they'll pick Snoret maybe. Barrister Joya. All right, they're like pretty persistent with this Barrister. Really want to prevent us from reaping. Got 1 key abduction, Sky Boost Squadron, Snoret's coming down. Maybe they have Imp Spectre as well. We might actually be forging this key. It's quite sad. Second Stirring Grave, archive a Square Alice. Wire a Square Alice, as opposed to the Circle Alice. Dance of Doom. To kill our Think Drone. Keys cost +1. Oh, nice. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. All right, this is great. This is great. Our opponent played right into what we wanted. Shawl has taunt. I think I'll put Lion, then a Bond, then Shawl. Hoping that maybe I can get the Titan Guardian next to Shawl. Shawl the Safeguard. Actually, maybe I did this wrong. I should have put Lion over here and then given Lion Protect the Weak. I don't want to do this. Gives +1 armor, gains taunt. Yeah, I definitely did that a little bit wrong. It's okay. All right, so we are back on check. Hopefully our opponent can do something about that. I mean, I know the Snorette is down. Bonds over there giving everyone armor. That's good. Snorette will capture one. We know that they picked up Squire Alice, who I think is the one that captures 2 on play. Got 3 cards in the archives. Nothing to pick up with a key abduction, sadly. We lost Fixed Finger. We discarded we archived the Sky Boost Squadron. Think Drone. So we have another Dominator. We have a Dominator and this Beam Buckler, which does not seem like it's going to be very potent. All right, they're going back to Dis. This is interesting. They didn't pick up that Snorette, did they? They did not. Essence Scale. Boy, this game's crawling. We're crawling. Umbra Fiend. Destroyed Steel 1. Okay, maybe there's still some hope. I don't know what it would be though. Bone Saw does not come into play ready. No. We're gonna forge. No. That's a bummer. That is definitely a bummer. We'll go with Sanctum. Let's see. Do we do take hostages? Sure. Put out Shawl. Another Shawl to the left. We'll reap. 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 We can smite. Smite the Snorette. Do both these. Probably purge our Beam Buckler, but fine by me. Oh, the Pip. Pip gets, there it is. We did it. Holy cow, we did it. Finally got the Titan Librarian. He's in the bottom 5 cards. 5, 6 cards. Good news is we can get this second key abduction pretty much immediately. Immediately archived, which is nice. All right, so we see Sanctum. We're going to see the Squire come back down, the Barrister come back down. Man, I'm happy to see Barrister come back. What a great card. What a like incredibly potent ability. Just says enemy creatures cannot reap. I love it. There's the exchange officer. User-friendly Star Alliance card. Nice. Well, so fortunate for us, there are no Star Alliance cards out. I assume we'll be seeing that happen in the near term future. And so we're all the way through our deck. We've archived 3 cards so far. Archived 3 cards. We've accidentally forged a key. So this exchange officer is pretty cool. It's always going to be a Maverick card. So it actually ensures that you're going to have a second Maverick because it essentially swaps places with another card. All right, we got access denied. This creature cannot reap. That's fine. Wasn't planning on reaping with that creature anyways. Okay, we'll go with Logos. We'll toss down the Titan Librarian. To the left, the Titan Mechanic to the left of that, and the Brain Eater to the left of that. We'll end our turn archiving this key abduction. Nice. So we're up to 4 cards. 4 cards. That could be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I really did want to box in this Titan Librarian, but it's a bit of a bummer now that I have this Dominator. I suppose I should have known that the last card was a Dominator. Because we had seen the other Dominator previously. So I'm sort of thinking we go Mars next turn. I still want to try and develop this board to the point where I can at least get a double key abduction off. That would be nice. Double key abduction to end the game. No 1-turn kill, but it is what it's going to be. So maybe we beam buckler the exchange officer, put 2 damage, which lines it up for a poke later. We also won't be doing any reaping, so don't really care about the barrister. It's a nice, pretty strong lineup here with a bond reinforcing all this stuff. I might actually put the Dominator next to the Shawl, so if the Shawl gets killed, then the Dominator will also have to be killed in order to destroy a bond. Teleporter Chief Tink. I may use that other creature this turn. Pretty cool. So that's interesting. I could just kill Tink with the Beam Buckler. Oh, subject Kirby. You may play a non-Star Alliance creature this turn. Alright, that's big. So we'll probably need to kill that. Probably need to kill that with the Beam Buckler. The away team. Destroyed. Put each upgrade on away team into its owner's archives. And there's the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony. Capture all of your opponent's Ember at the end of your turn. Move 1 Ember from Anthony to your opponent's pool. That's a lot of... They haven't called Star Alliance in quite some time. This isn't the deck that has the archive all creatures in play. Be brutal. Let's just go with Mars. We'll fight the good fight. Play the Carpet Flotsam, Beam Buckler to kill Kirby. And end our turn. We want to archive here. I guess Borden probably is pretty good. Got Eureka, which could be good. It will give us 3 Ember, archive 2 random cards from our hand. Sadly, we're holding on to a lab work and the Zifix No Drone. There are 2 of our other ways to archive cards. But maybe I can fight into something with Brain Eater to draw a card. No, because this is I have to do this first. Essence Scale isn't going to... Oh, destroy a friendly creature if you do ready and use a friendly creature that shares a house with a destroyed creature. Destroy... Acquire Alice. Interesting. Does not opt to destroy the Umbra Fiend. Be a cool synergy, though. Oh, to use the Exchange Officer to reap, I guess. Not to use the Star Alliance card this turn, which could be Pete, could be Teleporter Chief, I guess. Oh, I do need to kill this Barrister. You need to kill this at some point. I think we're gonna go with Logos. We're just gonna try and stuff as much stuff into archives as we can. That sadly puts us at 7, so hopefully our opponent has an answer for that. Bummer. Fight into Barrister Joya to draw a card. Here, we can help him out. How about that? Fight into the Umbra Fiend. That's elusive. Bummer. They steal one. We just pitch the poke, maybe? So we're guaranteed that the Snorette is going to take us off check. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll end our turn, archiving, take hostages. All right, so we picked up ZYX. That's pretty good. We do also have a Neutron Shark and plenty of fodder for the Neutron Shark. And we're sitting at 8 cards in the archive. We got 6 Ember now. We're gonna have 5. See, we can reap with the Beam Buckler. Snorette is not elusive, so we could alternatively fight into Snorette to reclaim 2 Ember there. We have the Carpet Flotsam. Nice. So they Zorp away our Ember. Fine by me. 8 in the archive. The question is, do we go with the Logos turn first? Do we go with the Logos turn first? Or can we complete our objective of the double key abduction right here? So we're gonna have 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we're gonna have less cards. We're gonna have less cards than we expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14. So I think we can do it, right? In lieu of something big happening. Dance of Doom. Oh my goodness. Oh, they killed their Snorette. No, no, every single time. Oh dear. That is really sad. That is really sad. I guess the good news is I'm not going to get a key abduction off. Man, bummer. Okay, so we forged our second key. I think we just go with logos here. We'll reap. We just reap. Could also fight with the Brain Eater, but anything we fight will die. Oh, we'll kill the Brain Eater. So we'll just reap here. We'll reap here. Play out DYX Researcher to the right. Archive the top card of the deck. Was the No Drone. Then we just, I don't know, Neutron Shark. Is there an Exhume? No Exhume. They've already redrawn. Pink, maybe? Well, probably the Exchange Officer. I mean, Anthony's not doing anything. Kill the Brain Eater. Tink. Kill the Neutron Shark. And end our turn. So now we're sitting at 9 cards in the archive. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we'll have 16 cards minus 1. So we'll have 15 cards, which means we should just forge it for free. Our opponent will need to get rid of all of our Ember. Or get rid of an Ember and the Dominator. Well, I think it's safe to say this deck was not able to make the one-turn kill happen. I think one of the problems with this deck and this challenge in particular is there's just like so many different factors that need to come into play for it to work out, and the timing is very important. Now with the with 4-Guy, which is what we were playing the first 2 games in this episode or in this chapter, yeah, the Sutterkins are really important, and trying to get the Soul Snatcher down is super important to get some value out of the Sutterkins, but there is also a not finished with you in that deck. So if your Sutterkins get killed early, or yeah, I mean, if they get killed early, then you can, in theory, with a nicely timed not finished with you, get them to the point that you're going to get them all at the end. And, you know, playing like 4 Sutterkins down in a turn is pretty good. All right, so we have During Grave, which does have a capture. Okay. Right, now we're talking. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think we still have enough. We do need to keep an eye on this. Archive a creature from your discard pile. I assume that was Anthony that just got archived. No, it wasn't. Barrister Joy. All right, really working the Barrister. Really trying to make it happen. The Snoret's going to capture one, which will leave us at 0 Ember, but we've just barely gotten this, assuming the Dominator stays in play. Ready in Reaps with Snoret, up to 6. Nice, on to check. Sweet. So let's just verify. Key cost is currently 5. Oh, that's handy. 5 from the Titan Mechanic. And we've got the key abductions. That'll be plus 9 current cost. That'd be 14, reduced by 1 Ember for each card in your hand. We'll have 9. We'll have 8, because we'll play key abduction 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So either way we've got this. We'll go ahead and go with Mars. We'll grab that and just simply play the key abduction to forge a key. Nice. Okay, so a little bit of a struggle with this deck. As I was mentioning, I think one of the big things is this deck just requires so many pieces to be in place beforehand, and if any of those pieces are removed, it's like you have to cycle all the way through the deck in order to recur them. There's no option like they're not finished with you yet. Not that 4-guy has an exhume, but like something like that would also help to collect at least some of your components back, or like a glimmer or something like that to help the combo or the combo pieces be a little bit more resilient. And I think that was probably pretty easy to tell in attempting to make this particular OTK challenge or janky OTK challenge happen with this deck. We really needed the Titan Librarian out as soon as we could. We also, getting some value out of the Eureka early game while not archiving something like our Titan Librarian is pretty important as well. Actually, I think Eureka could also be good a little bit later once you've had the Titan Librarian and maybe you're sitting at 6, 7, 8 cards in archive. You can use the Eureka to burst up to be on check, and then have the added benefit of archiving 2 additional cards that turn, putting you at 9 or 10 cards archived. And ideally you have a Mars board out, which we were pretty close to. I tried this time around, but our opponent did well to deal with that Mars board. But anyways, thank you so much for checking out this series. We will be moving on to something different for the end of this week, for Friday. And you'll just have to tune in to find out what that is. Thank you so much.